Freezing rows and columns in Google Sheets makes your data more readable and therefore useful. Take this data set. As soon as we scroll, we lose where we are. With a frozen row and frozen column, we always know exactly what we're looking at. The technical term in Google Sheets is freezing, but you might call it anchoring, pinning, or making a row or column sticky. Whatever you call it, there's 3 ways to do it: using the mouse, using the menu, and using keyboard shortcuts. Using the mouse is the quickest way to freeze and unfreeze rows and columns in Google Sheets. To freeze rows, navigate to the box in the top left-hand corner of the sheet, click on the thick bar at the bottom, and drag it down. You can freeze as many rows as you'd like. Simply let go when you're happy. Then to unfreeze, you can pick the bar back up and move it up to the top. It's the exact same process for columns, just grabbing the thick bar on the right and moving it left and right. You don't even have to use the box in the top left-hand corner. Just hover over the edge of the sheet until your mouse turns into a little hand, click down, and drag. Clicking and dragging is definitely my preferred method. Next up is the main menu. So if you navigate up to Open and go to the Freeze submenu, you can see that there's a lot of options. You can unfreeze all rows and columns, freeze 1 row or column, freeze 2 rows or 2 columns, or up to the row or column of your current selection. Clicking on one of these options will freeze or unfreeze your chosen number of rows or columns. The final option for freezing and unfreezing rows and columns in Google Sheets is keyboard shortcuts. Make sure you have the shortcuts enabled by going to the Help menu, clicking on Keyboard Shortcuts, and making sure to toggle Enable Compatible Spreadsheet Shortcuts. Once you've done that, you can use these shortcuts. Simply hold down Alt and type in the corresponding sequence of letters to freeze or unfreeze your rows and columns. If you freeze too many rows and columns, you won't be able to navigate to other parts of the sheet. When this happens, you'll see an error message that looks like this. Because you might not be able to see the bar that's freezing rows and columns, you can use a keyboard shortcut or the main menu to unfreeze all rows and columns. This resets things to 0, and you can freeze either rows or columns again, making sure not to freeze too many this time. That is everything you need to know about freezing rows and columns in Google Sheets. If you learned something in this video, please do like and subscribe. If you want to learn more about Google Sheets, you can watch another video, or you can head over to my website, kierandixon.com, where I write guides, offer courses, and work as a Google Sheets consultant. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.